hey guys, what's going on? Needs more drums back in Rusinskiy, in our region where we currently have 3 cities, going for 1,000 region population, and we're well on our way there. We just hit the halfway mark in the last episode. We're at 52,000 already. And today, I know we've been spending a lot of time in Prosvetaniye and that whole area, but I actually want to spend just a little bit more time over here because I'm having a good time building in this city, and there's a couple of things that I want to do, fill in some of these gaps to make this look a little bit better. So today, what I want to do is work on this area over here. So I have an interesting thought for what to do with this train line. So before we get to that, right here, I want to make this into a shopping district. I'm thinking about making some kind of centerpiece, you know, maybe like a square or something. I'm even thinking about making this a pedestrian area if I can, you know, if I think that's a good use of the space, which I'm still thinking about that, but we'll, you know, get to that a little bit later. So yeah, this is going to be a shopping district, and this over here is going to be some type of train station. I want to make a passenger station here so that people can either take the train around this way. I'll probably have this connecting up some way to this line, hopefully somewhere. If I could get it somewhere over here, that'd be awesome, because that means I could have it connect to the main city line over there, and it could be a stop on the way to the other train, rather than people having to go like literally all the way around. Well, actually, where do they go now? I actually don't even know where they go. Oh, they go all the way around here. Yeah, so that would really save some time by being able to just jump right over this highway rather than having to go all the way out here and around and then over here. They could simply just come over this way and go over there. So yeah, I think this is going to shoot off into this industry area over here, but I'm also thinking about dragging this line kind of around this way, linking up with this somehow, and then we can have a way better train line. Or, you know, this may come over there somehow. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to figure it out. But that's a thought for a little bit later. For right now, though, what I want to do is I want to build a very interesting style of a train station. So we have this very steep hill, and I know it doesn't really do it justice just looking at it, you know, maybe from the top. But like when you really kind of look from the ground, here's where the train line sits at the very top. This hill is where one of the lines is going. Here's the line level with this road here. So we have quite a bit of a height difference there between, you know, these areas. And yeah, I mean, look at that, even this slope here. So what I think I'm going to do is I don't think I'm going to build anything on top of this hill at the moment. I think I'm going to make this into some much needed, you know, forestry, kind of a nice barrier between Prosvetaniye and whatever, you know, we're going to build over here, probably like some industrial area or something. So that'll be much needed there. But what I do want to do is I'm tempted to try something a little bit different and try to build a train station kind of like embedded into this hill, rather than making this, you know, having a steep slope with the road and just building a train station, you know, right here. I want to almost do something a little bit creative and a little bit interesting. And, you know, I don't want to spend a ton of time on it because I know builds like that could take an insane amount of time, you know, if you spend it all detailing and everything. But I kind of want to see what I could do with, you know, maybe like an hour or less, and then knock out this shopping district, and then that'll be kind of it for this area here. I'm thinking about adding a few more residential buildings kind of around this area, so maybe we'll end up doing that if time allows. But then that would be this whole kind of big section here pretty much filled in, minus this part, which I'll also get to at some point. But that'd be a really nice, I'd feel really good about that. I'd feel like, you know, the city would have some of the major infrastructure points established, some of the major areas established, and that would be really, really good for this space. And then we can kind of move on to something a little bit different, which I've been thinking about too. So yeah, I just kind of want to get this out of the way. So let's go ahead, build the shopping district, and then we will focus our attention on the train station. So I will get to building, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, to start off the time lapse, I just want to say thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. That's a huge milestone for the channel, and I know that It happened actually a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't gotten around to actually saying anything about it in my videos because I was a little bit ahead on recording. And then last weekend I had a gig, so I was back, kind of out of town, back home, and just had not had any time to do any recording or editing or anything like that. Just work has been so busy. Got some projects coming up that have gotten pushed back in the like the winter and the spring. Now they're all due kind of at the same time. So I've just been having so much going on, and so thanks for your patience. Thanks for your support. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm so happy that we hit that milestone. That's just so awesome, and I'm really, really looking forward to the future of the channel. This series is still in full swing. We're gonna wrap this up. We're maybe halfway done, maybe a little over halfway done. I don't want this to drag on for too long, but we'll get there eventually. And I do want to make this a really complete. At least I want the city to feel complete. No city's ever really done, but I think we can get to a point where I can be very happy with how it turns out. And as always, please feel free to leave your input as well. If you see something that I'm doing, that you like, let me know. If you think there's something that I can improve on or something, also let me know. Always happy to hear from you. So thank you so much. Keep the comments coming, keep the likes coming. Again, I really appreciate it. And if you're want to check out something different, maybe check out some of my other videos. I got some farming simulator stuff going on as well. So always happy to keep the variety coming. And I still have some good ideas for some future City Skylines content. So yeah, just stay tuned. We're just getting started, and I'm really, really happy with the positive feedback from everybody so far. So thank you very much. And with that being said, that just about takes us to the end of the time lapse pretty much. We're just going to rezone this because I put down the wrong zoning type, and then I'll jump back into a live plate. So talk to you in a second. All right, so while we're waiting for this to develop, I want to talk about the station that I'm thinking of using. So we have all of these transit hubs that were part of some content creator packs. This one particularly was part of the Snowfall DLC, it seems. Or actually, it wasn't. It was just, it needs a Snowfall because it is a bus, train, and tram hub. So I'm thinking this one might be a good option. We can have a nice area for mass transit, a nice little central place. We can, maybe drag some tram lines out over time, kind of across the city here, maybe around some of these residential areas, get people a little more interconnected. And we don't have any buses or anything yet over here. So that would be really, really helpful for future infrastructure planning to have some of this over here. So I say we just, give it a shot, kind of see what happens. I want to make sure that I change these tracks here, or maybe not. I think I might have forgotten to put any kind of elevated train tracks on the station. So we're just gonna roll with this for now, and I guess just see what happens. But yeah, let's go ahead and plot this down. So I think we could work with this. I think this is fine. We have, you don't really need access from the back here. You can kind of just, there's a, road that leads up to the front. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this level with the train line, then kind of go from there. So let's just kind of bring this down, kind of see where we're at. That seems to be just about perfect right there. And now if I just kind of move this, I'm gonna have to bring it down again. I knew that was gonna happen. No worries though. Just bring that down pretty much just like that. And I think that should be a good spot for it. Well, actually, what I probably should do first is actually delete this these connections here, which, oh man, that just works perfectly. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Now we can bring this right here. There we go. All right. Now I know it's not pretty yet, but you know what? We're going to work with it. I think we can make something very, very interesting out of this, and I'm actually pretty excited. So let's just jump into a time lapse. I'll go ahead and get working, and we'll see what we can come up with. Talk to you guys in a bit. Well, I built this whole thing and then realized that I forgot to hit record. So Oh man, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. So built this train station. Looks not too bad. We have this, pretty big retaining wall here. I couldn't really figure out a better way to make this work with the way that the land looked. So I mean, it's okay. I think if I just kind of here, let me just do something like, there you go. Hide that corner a little bit. All right, cool. And then decided to add some, cherry blossom trees for color. We have this nice square here, this nice fountain square. I didn't connect the tram lines yet because I want to wait and see what we end up doing with some of the public transit around here. So I'm going to wait on those. Yeah, put this nice little office building here. Decided to make this a little residential area. And that is pretty much it for this area. So, oh, here's another little shopping corner here. Have some of these, Soviet stores. I love these. I love them a lot. They look really, really cool and definitely fit the theme of the city. Only problem is they're like all the same. I only have like 4 of them, but you know what? It's kind of how it is. Same with all these buildings. So can't really complain. But yeah, I like how that turned out. We're already starting to see some abandonment here with some of the, due to a lack of higher education. And I mean, overall, this area looks like really thrown together. And I don't know, from a distance, I guess it kind of looks all right. Not my best work, I'll admit. I could have, spent some more time maybe manually placing some of those buildings down, but I just didn't really feel like doing that. So we might just leave that for now and just kind of call it, how it is. But yeah, how about in the meantime, since I totally forgot to record literally my entire build, let's fill in like this area right here, since, we have the time in the episode and this is just driving me nuts why there's nothing here. So I might make this a little bit of a combination of, I'm thinking some residential right here. Maybe, you know what? Actually, I might make a little bit of office space and some commercial or something here too. So let's just kind of see what happens. I'm thinking maybe more commercial and then maybe some residential over here if I can, or even a little bit of industry. We could use a little more industry here to kind of round out this area here, since it is so close to this industry. So yeah, let's just get to building and kind of see what happens. All right. Well, sorry again, guys. Hopefully that kind of made up for it. We filled out these couple areas, added some housing and a little bit of office space too, which is nice. I feel like we've been lacking that in the city, and it also should lower our industrial demand a little bit. It seems like we've just been battling this a lot in these couple episodes, which is fine. I mean, it's good that we have a demand for a workforce, because as we supply those jobs, more and more people are going to want to move in, and the residential demand will increase. I know we've been very residential heavy in our building lately. I'm just trying to get these areas a little bit filled out. So it's not that I've, this industry hasn't been an afterthought, but I do know that we're going to need to really make some strides to knock out some of that demand pretty soon and provide some workplaces. Otherwise, people are going to start, abandoning homes. We're going to have a higher unemployment. So we do need to start focusing on that in a little bit. But yeah, I kind of like these areas. This little area here, kind of a nice older development. Probably some old like workers barracks that have been here in the past. Maybe at one point, this downtown was not as nice, and this industry was probably some of the first to be in this area. So it makes sense that there would be some older homes still kind of in this industrial area here that's pretty close to the city center. But figured that the city did not really expand much past that point, so that's cool. A little bit of history there. And then we added some more of these little kind of strip little industrial row factory things that are pretty common in these areas, like we did in last episode as well. So really happy with that. And yeah, I finally got around to fixing those ground textures for the train, which is awesome. And there's just tons of people here. I mean, look at all the people coming to this train station. A lot of passengers using this one, since this is our only way to get between the three cities at this point. We're going to expand on that in a little, in the future. But for now, we're just working with what we got, and the people seem to really like it. So that is good. That is all good. Even our community little centers here are getting a lot of activity. The city's really coming together. I'm really happy with it. And we got 5,000 people in this episode. Didn't even really focus too much on residential. And we still made quite an increase in population. So that's exciting. In the meantime, I got to think about what I want to do with this train line. Where are we going to take this? I want it to connect up to here somehow, but I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. If I'm going to bring it over all of this, I think that might look really cool. I love all of the different levels we have going on just in this area right here. We have this little tunnel. We have this highway that sits pretty high on the hill. We have this train going through this forest here on the hill. This is really, really starting to become a pretty cool little area, and I'm liking this. I think this building especially, this is such a great looking asset. This eco office. We have this little grass on the top. People can sit outside. Beautiful looking building on this corner. I mean, you just look down this avenue and you see these tall blocks, and then you just come into this nice modern building, and it opens up into this little square. It's a really nice looking backdrop. I like this a lot. So that being said, I'm excited for the future of the series. Sorry again about the little mishap. I told myself in my mind, I said, press the record button before you start building. And then I looked at my phone or something, and I just started building, and I totally forgot. So sorry, you didn't get to see the work in progress, but here's the finished product, and I think it looks pretty nice. Even in the way that this, kind of ties in with this hillside here. This is a cool building to do this. It's you only need the connection point from this side, so it fits in pretty well, and I'm happy with that. I think this looks pretty good. So we're gonna call it an episode for today. Sorry if it's a little bit shorter. Didn't mean for it to be. In the next episode, we will finally jump to another city. I know we've spent a lot of time over here in Procvatanie, and we'll come back eventually, I'm sure. But for now, this is looking pretty good, in my opinion. We'll have, some maybe agricultural development in the future or something kind of around here. I'm loving the way this has turned out. This is just the beginning of many more things to come. So I think we'll jump over the tracks here. Maybe work a little bit in Najeya, or even in Obachanie. Maybe we'll make a little bit more industry over here or something. You never know. So all in due time, and time will tell. So in the meantime, Hope you guys all have a great rest of your week, and thank you so much for being patient. I know the videos have been few and far in between a little bit lately, so thanks again for sticking around. I really appreciate it. So happy we finally hit 1,000 subs. That is just so awesome, and I'm so excited to keep doing this. I'm glad that you all are enjoying it, and I enjoy making these videos. So there will be plenty more to come. Thanks again. Have a great week, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.